Welcome everyone to episode number 6 of When's the Next Chat, second episode of the new segment, Chatting Shit With, and today we're here with Anabelle Gangi, the first female on the podcast. How do you feel?
I'm honoured. I feel so honoured. Yeah, I'm so excited.
So we'll just get straight into it. So you and I both had our little struggles with getting to relationships,
Yeah.
and especially like going into year 12, like how tough that is.
Yeah. I've never, or like, unlike Charlie, I've never been in a serious relationship. Just because, like, I don't know. I don't know. And, like, for some reason I have so many opinions on it in year 12, even though I have, like, no experience on it. But I don't know. Like, before, like, if you'd asked me, like, 4 weeks ago, Charlie, if you'd asked me, like, I don't know, 2 months ago about, like, that, I was so, like, no. Because I just thought that, like, year 12 was so, like, serious.
I mean, it still is. Like, we're going into year 12 and we're both taking it very seriously.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this. Because this whole conversation, like, these whole show notes sparked up with a 3-hour...
A 3-hour D&M.
on the beach when we're in Phillip Island.
It started with relationships and it ended with the sand.
Yeah, the sand.
Sand.
But, yeah, you have very strong opinions on relationships in general.
Yeah. I just think, especially our age, some people just, like, become so absorbed in them that, like, everything else, like, leaves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because, like, I don't know, we feel so strongly, like, at our age, whatever that means. Like, you know how everyone's, like, young love, like, romanced? Like, it's just sort of, I don't want to waste my time with my friends or, like, experiencing things at such a young age. But then it's also, like, that is a part of experiencing things, you know, with someone.
Like, you don't want to, like, lose time with your mates and things that you love.
Yeah.
For someone that you might love.
Yeah, and I've spoken to a lot of people about relationships, like older and siblings and cousins. Always and stuff. Half and half. Like, half regret them because, like, they regret how much time they spent, like, stressing about seeing the person or, like, you know, and then half are like, no, like, it was really good balance in 12. But, like, also because we have so much sport, like, I genuinely cannot see a time in my week that I would be able to fit him in, like, at all.
Yeah, especially you're a bloody nerd. You study almost every day.
No, I actually don't. I actually
school every day. You study, tutor. You got footy, rep footy, and bloody. Don't you still play in that local basketball team?
No, we stopped that. Shout out to the Titan. We stopped that, but you as well.
Yeah, well, I take my training very seriously, like, because I know that if I don't train, I'm just gonna feel like shit.
Yeah.
So I train or, like, do something every morning, like, even if that's
like Phillip Island, like, that was so impressive.
Yeah.
Like, we'd go to bed at, like, midnight, and then later.
Oh, I would.
Charlie'd be up at, like, 6 a.m. I go upstairs. My dad's up there. He's like, "Oh, Charlie's awake. Charlie be making a coffee. He'd have the honey and toast." I'm like, "Oh, good morning."
Yeah, well, to be fair, I would be in bed at about 10:30 when you guys were staying up at, like, 1.
This is the podcast.
Yeah.
The routine.
But do you feel like, do you feel like your, like, ideas and perceptions on, like, relationships in general, and sometimes in year 12, stem from, like, living vicariously through, like, other people's relationships?
Yeah. That's literally all I'm going off. Because, like, I'm obviously, like, had things and, like, flings, but never serious. And, like, I think I'm just, like, a bit scared to do that because, like, I don't want to, like, lose myself or become so absorbed in the person that, like, I've forgotten, like, my values and, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like your own roles.
Yeah. Like,
following after what, like, your significant other does.
Exactly. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, I've seen relationships that they're completely normal. And
it lasts for a while.
And the person, like, they're still around and present. But, like, another half of that is sort of, there's still, like, the other half. You know what I mean? Like,
like the shit parts.
Yeah, there's the shit parts. And, like, I just don't think, knowing myself and, like, the stress head I am, that, like, in year 12, that would just kill me. And like year 12, it's only 7 months, like really. But it's
I didn't even think of that.
I know, it's like
That's really short.
Feb to September.
And studying that hard and like stressing that much over that amount of time.
Yeah.
Having like troubles in your relationship where that shit doesn't really even like matter that much. Like, oh my God, you didn't reply for me in 2 hours. Or, yeah, no shit, I was asleep. Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, nah. Like
stressing over those little things whilst having to like worry about year 12 and like other outside of school commitments.
And even if like if you don't see them for like the week because, I don't know, you got busy and then on the weekend you've got 18, so you're going out. Like,
yeah.
I just feel like no one should have to have the pressure of like having to see them.
Yeah.
Because that's just so much more added stress. And it doesn't mean that you're not like interested in seeing
or committed.
It's just that you're determined and your motivations in that moment are not toward the person.
Yeah, exactly. And especially like younger people like our age or even younger, it's hard for them to understand that as well.
Yeah.
Like they always think they have to see them like every single weekend or like multiple times a week.
I know.
Which even doing that, like sometimes you can just burn out, like seeing them so often and just like make you fall out of love with that person, which sucks, which is like the worst way to do it.
Well, falling out of love, it's like, there's so many icks. Like,
oh, we'll get into that. But yeah, like even like this Bob Marley quote that I've got written down. Who cares about perfection? Even the moon isn't perfect. It's full of craters. The sea is incredibly beautiful, but has salty and dark depths. The sky is always infinite but often cloudy. So everything that is beautiful isn't perfect. It's special.
Wow.
Yeah, how good is that?
Touched. That is just beautiful.
Shout out to Instagram Reels for giving me that one.
That's actually a really good quote.
Yeah. So I reckon we go into our second little mini segment of this episode. Anabelle and I thought it would be a fun idea to share our icks about.
We have so many. I don't know about Trent.
Has so many. I've got about 5.
I have icks. It's like I feel them so strongly. Like it's so. Get on.
Yeah. Well, I've already got mine up in the show notes, so.
All right, here we go.
All right.
I've got a lot.
Okay.
I don't want to
get. You should start.
I really like. Okay, I don't mean none of these are about anyone in particular. Putting that out there now. They're just like, and they can go for both genders.
Yeah, a lot of mine go both ways as well.
Yeah.
All right. You go.
Okay, so my first one is running with a backpack on.
Okay, that's.
Some of mine are really like petty, and then some are a bit deeper. Okay, it was all petty.
Okay. One is when they use like year 7 type slang, like that's so gay.
Yeah.
Like
lit. Yeah.
The term "that's so gay," unless it's like 2 blokes making out, doesn't make any sense at all. It really.
Gay means happy. Did you know that?
No.
In like the olden days.
Oh, in the olden days.
I don't know when.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
to be gay was like to be happy. Yeah.
All right, your one, go.
When they get like orange around the mouth after eating pasta, like you know what I mean? When the mouth goes all orange.
Yeah.
And they're just yeah.
I'm about how you're doing that. Thanks for letting me know.
No, I haven't seen. Well, we haven't eaten pasta together. So.
I don't know. I think this one only goes one way, mainly for guys to girls. But when they vape,
yeah,
because I feel like
that for both.
I feel like girls don't get as like grossed out by watching a bloke vape, compared to a guy watching a girl vape.
That's like swearing. A lot of guys get really icked by like girls swearing.
Oh yeah.
But like it's also an ick when guys do it for me. Not a lot. Like we're throwing a few like F words around. That's fine.
Yeah.
But like you know what I mean? The aggressive word.
Yeah, the big C word.
Yeah. I've got a one. When they like go to jaywalk, right? But then a car comes, so they have to like quickly hurry back to the sidewalk. It's so bad.
Sam does that all the time.
So bad. Like, especially when the lights are right there. Like you could have just pressed the button, but you decided to jaywalk. posing for. Okay, this is so specific, but when guys like pose for a photo, right? Like they ask someone to take a photo of them, but like the camera person isn't ready yet to like take the photo.
Oh.
So like they're like smiling, and the guy the camera someone else.
Oh,
You know what I mean? And
yeah. Yeah.
yeah. That one a few times.
All right. This one's a little bit deeper. When they don't have any driving ambitions.
Yes, that's literally one of mine.
So, like, if a girl doesn't like take care of her health, or she doesn't, want to, like, she doesn't, not that she doesn't know what she's going to do after year 12, but she doesn't have like any sort of like goals.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I want to be able to do this. Like, maybe it's like, oh, I want to run a half marathon, or I want to get into running, or I want to like lift this amount, or just start eating healthy. Like, that for me is like, if they're not doing that, it's like, oh, well.
Yeah, I don't know why, but motivation or like drive is so attractive.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when someone's talking about, like, someone's really passionate about something, like I find that not attractive, just like
about like anything.
Yeah.
So like,
no, what do you?
If I was really into rocks and I knew a lot about rocks,
good on you. Like, genuinely, good on you. That's like, no, yes, I agree.
Yeah, like what? So like, if you have no goals, like you don't want to go to the gym, and
like what?
So like, if we're complete opposites, like I love going to the gym and going for runs and kicking the footy, but you just want to stay inside and watch Netflix all day and eat like shit.
That's good sometimes. You need a balance.
Oh yeah, of course. Like you can't just be one-sided the entire time. Because then that's just fucking annoying. Like
that is annoying. Like a soda can't drink all the time.
Yeah, it's bad.
I was
like you're on holidays, like take a break.
Indulge.
You never have a break. If you don't have a break, it's just like with seeing your significant other every like other day. Like you'll just burn out. Like you won't want to drive for that goal if you keep. Because you need to keep fuel in the tank. You need to keep motivation and discipline in the tank. Because if you just use it all in 3 weeks going every single day to the gym, then just burning out that quick will just stop your goal like straight away.
Yes. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was still
Are you actually going to say that?
Yeah. Yeah, the words before me. Being disrespectful and like thinking it's funny.
Give me an example. Oh, yeah. I think I get what you mean.
Like either to like other people, to like people in like public, like workers, like a waitress or like a waiter, even to like parents.
Oh, I was just thinking about that.
Taken too far. And then like laughing about it, but it's like that was like you have to be able to comprehend when it was too far.
Yeah, like being able to read the room.
Yeah.
Like if someone like you throw like a pretty sensitive joke at someone and they're not taking it well, but you're pissing yourself.
Yeah. Like being able to see that it upsets someone.
Yeah.
Intellectual, emotional,
mental, social, physical.
Yep. That's it.
Health and human development.
I didn't even do it. I didn't do that.
One off that is when they can't take a joke.
So true.
When they take everything to heart,
that's not even fucking. That's not even any. That's just mad.
It's just
that's
annoying.
Just anger.
Actually, just annoying.
Rage.
Like, mate, come on, it's not that deep.
Yeah.
All right.
It. Okay. There's so many here. I'm trying to think when.
You should put them. You should put like paragraph gaps.
Yeah. Eating an ice cream with a cone. I'm sorry, but like, that's for the girls. Like,
oh, what the fuck? I was eating an ice cream in a cone when we were in Phillip Island.
You cut.
Did I?
Yeah.
Remember?
No. I don't know. Like,
I always order a cone as well. Isn't it? It's like that. During school's on.
The one bit of like lemon sorbet dripping down the side, and then they go and lick it. Oh my god! Stop! Just stop. I feel a bit queasy now. Watching them walk downhill.
Yeah.
That's fair for everyone.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair for everyone. No one can look attractive walking down a hill.
No.
When they purposely don't make conversations with people based off first glance or rumors.
Yes.
So when they haven't met them for the first time, like ever.
When they make preconceived notions about someone.
Yes, and then they don't chat to them or like don't go up and like introduce themselves.
Yeah.
Just because of something else that someone said or like what they think they look like.
I hate that. Like make your own opinion.
Yes. Oh my god.
Have your own opinion.
Especially with like nowadays. like in year 7 and 8, everyone's got a rumor about them, and so many people form their own like opinions and so on.
And it can actually ruin you.
Yeah, it can. It can fuck people up, especially mentally.
Yeah.
All right, your turn.
Trying to pick up a ball that's rolling away.
Yeah, they keep. Don't want me.
Seen that so many times. That's one that you just have to try and shut it. Like the Anabelle that happens to everyone. Like, shut up, you know? But it's okay when I do it. It's just that other people do it. Oh, another thing. Like, I know, like, when guys, like, don't ask about juicy stuff.
That's it, like when they don't.
It's not a nick, but I'm just so confused. Like, when you find out someone broke up. Guys, oh, like, that's so shitty, you're right. But girls like, oh my God, why? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, like, so many times guy friends will come up to me and be like, oh, did you hear about this? I'll be like, oh my God, like, what happened? Details. Oh. And they're like, oh, I don't know. First of all, don't bring it up then. I don't want to know if you don't know the whole thing.
That's also to do with guys they share way less.
Yeah.
About breakups just because it, like, obviously hurts them a lot more.
Yeah.
I feel like girls, they try to get it off their chest immediately.
Yeah.
And then guys, instead, they just, like, most of the time they use it as motivation. Like, to do some other stuff, like, make themselves better.
Yeah, like, they was buy a gym membership after a breakup.
Yeah. Just get absolutely fucking...
No
when
hate.
they say, that gives me the ick. Like, just, when you're in a conversation and, like, you do, like, you got to pick up a bowl that's rolling away from you, and they're like, oh my God, that gave me the ick. I'm like, cool, fuck, keep it to yourself.
I can't deny that.
You have done that before.
I do probably do that, but also I'm more just like physically like hurdle my body. Like, I won't be like, eek. I'll be like, just to myself, just internally.
Oh.
But then I know I'm probably have like give off so many icks as well.
I want to bring that up. Girls give the guys the ick way less than guys give girls the ick.
Yeah. But actual ick. Like, I think it's only happened once where I've gotten the ick and then I've been like, okay, I need to stop with this person. Yeah. But it was deeper than that. But when I get into that.
Yeah.
But when I say like ick, I just mean, oh, you know? But you're not like, I'm not repulsed by them.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's hard to fight for ick though. Once you have it.
Is it really that hard for girls to, like, once they get the ick, like, start talking to them again?
Charlie.
I don't know.
Nah, every girl is different. I can't.
You just can't.
I just can't. If more than 3 have been ticked on that list, goodbye.
You're in the bit.
I'm kidding. I sound so shallow. No, I don't. It's not.
No, you do.
I don't.
Okay, I'm on my last one. Being unable to be independent. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's like what we're talking about with the relationships before.
But also, this isn't to get mixed up with, like, being rude and, like, distant.
Yeah.
So being distant and being independent are 2 completely different things. Like, being distant, you usually distance yourself, like, in terms of, like, boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, they'll distance themselves by, like, not talking to the person. But instead, like, being independent is, like, doing your own thing on your own, like, schedule.
Yeah.
And, like, not having to worry about people, like, making up when you do stuff and you don't.
And not relying on someone else for your own happiness.
Oh, exactly. That's a
biggest factor.
Big one in relationships.
Like, so many times, it's just they rely on them to be happy. They're like, you need to find it within.
Yeah. And it takes a while as well. Like, people lack patience with finding something that they love.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, it's fair enough. Like, it does take ages. Like, it took me about 3 years to find out I actually loved running. Because, like, when I first started...
Well, you're talking about people. That's what I was...
Who the fuck's running? Yeah, no. Like,
so, like, your loves change as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all mine. Do you have any left?
Yeah, just like tripping and then like trying to recover. Some of the tripping. What else?
Shout out to Hugh White. He did that about 5 times when we were down at the beach.
Moving on.
Yeah, so, like, swinging into the other main topic, like our chat, like with your rep footy, like playing Oakley, would that play like a massive contributor to like make it hard for you to like stay in relationships?
100%. Like at the minute, Oakley is Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and that's just preseason.
Oh, so you guys are doing 3 times a week now as well.
And it's like the blocks are from, I have to get there at 4:30 for a 5 o'clock warm up. Don't get home, finishes at 7. Don't get home till 7:30 because it's in goddamn Oakley. And then by the time I eat dinner, shower, I have like an hour before I crash, an hour to
Yeah.
And that's every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, not counting weekends with like games and stuff. So it's like, it is so much. And like, that doesn't really consume my seeing them because I won't be seeing them in the week anyway. But like to be on my phone and to have to like reply and text and talk, that like I have no.
Especially like training after school.
It is. And it also, not to mention like rep, like this footy is so mentally consuming as well. Like it's just a constant thing of, am I good enough? Like comparing myself to other girls.
Oh,
and like, am I going to get dropped this week?
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
And like,
remember?
No.
Is that one as well as that, Nick? No, you go. Yeah, like I remember like in under 16s and when I was doing tryouts as a bottom ager last year or year before, like it was literally because it was like every second week or every week they would drop like a certain amount of people, and every week everyone's in like their little groups like, oh, who do you think's getting dropped this week? I think I might get dropped. I like stuff up in this drill. Like it's so bad. But like now I'm looking back on it like, mate, you stuffed up in like 2 drills out of 6.
And that's the thing, like you think you're constantly being watched and judged, but you're actually not.
No, you're really not.
Like, but that's just what it is. Like
there was 120 players at preseason and there's like 10 coaches.
Yeah,
mate.
It's crazy. And but also they go into it, like the coaches go into it, like they know. They know who they're dropping. Like there's like the rare 10 that they're like, oh, they've surprised me with their skill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they already know the squad.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's with every rep thing that I've been a part of, like basketball team.
Oh, yeah.
Comprise. Is that the word?
Comprise? Oh, is this the Noah Riley Myers moment where you stuff up the word?
No, that was bad.
Yeah, like especially with rep basketball, like good mate of both of ours, Luke, like he just talks about like how, what's the word, like corrupt, like corrupt in a way. Like
that's
it's a lot about it. Yeah, like it's a lot about who you know, not what you know, and how good you are. But like, unless you're like a standout player, like if you know most of the people and most of the coaches and like your parents are connected, you're a pretty good chance of staying there for a while.
Yeah. And I don't know about like the guys, but for me in the girls program, like preseason is minimal time to perform. Cause like I for some reason I only really perform in games. Like I can't, like I can train hard, but it still won't like show what I can do.
Yeah.
And like earlier last year, I broke my ankle. And was out for like, I don't know, it was like three months, but it was like the whole season. And then when I finally got back into it, like it was just training, and I couldn't like
show that.
I couldn't like they were probably expecting me to come back like wow, but like it was like I couldn't perform in training because I was paranoid and like just mentally scared.
Yeah, I remember like when I fractured my ankle like back in year 7, we've gone to finals in local footy and I was meant to be out for like 6-7 weeks and I came back after 3 weeks trying to play because I was like, I'm not missing out on finals footy. And like mentally, it's so hard to play your first game after doing a big injury like a fracture or a break or a dislocation because you're like, especially an ankle, because you're putting so much load in footy. It's so scary, like trying to change direction. Like I couldn't kick and they put me on kick-outs. I stopped up about like 4 or 5 kick-outs straight away.
Rough.
Yeah, I know. It's so mentally scary trying to come back from an injury.
Yeah. And like in that environment as well. Like I'm not saying like the people there are great. I love.
Oh yeah, like the coaches and all that, like the mental, it's called the mental well-being team that they have.
They're so good.
They're so.
If that's
like,
one thing they do well, it's that.
Yeah.
Like they really
put time and effort into
need
that.
to connect your mind and body.
Yeah, like be mentally ready for it.
Yeah. But I don't know. It is like one thing that puts me off it. Like I'm so grateful to be a part of it. One thing that like puts me off is the politics, and that like if I don't stay back after training and like
clean up
the coaches and bosses, you know what I mean? Like then I'm not going to be as seen.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be like, well, she's not into it, but I am. I'm just not into the coaches. Like I'm into the footy.
Yeah.
But if that's like, it's sort of like I've sort of seen over the years, like that's sort of what you need to go that step further a little, which like sucks because I'm not here to be friends with you, but like I am, but like I'm here to play footy.
Yeah, I get exactly what you mean, and like I'm not sure how about the girls program is, but especially like the early preseason when I was doing Oakley, like it's just so competitive.
Yeah,
like no blokes there. Like as you said, like I'm not here to be mates with you, but in terms of like players, like there's always players you are. But that's the thing, like at the boys like preseason program, it's always so many like little groups, and there's a very fair few, like small amount of people that actually like are outgoing, charismatic, like trying to actually be matched with everyone.
Yeah, that's actually one thing we noticed the difference biggest with boys and girls Oakley was because we used to have one of the guy coaches came to the girls, and he would just always say that like it's such a different environment and atmosphere with the girls because like the girls genuinely care about one another and like want to push each other in that like
positive way.
Yeah. But the boys, it's really like first in, like you want to be the
first in, best dressed.
Yeah, like they really try to beat each other. Whereas this is like more of a friendly competition.
Yeah.
And I reckon that's why the girls had such a successful year last year, like because they Oakley won the cup for the girls because like they really played it as like a team.
Yeah.
Whereas like the boys, it's always
kick the best player.
Want the scouts to see this, so
gotta show off
the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's tough,
but
it's hard. It's hard to implement that. Maybe like even bring like one of the female program coaches like to the boys group and like letting them know that would help out so much.
Because even like you could even tell at the trainings they're just so different. Like the girls are like laughing, like they're serious trainings, but like they always smiling, like so many high fives, like good jobs, and then the boys are just dead serious, like tackling each other to the ground, which is good.
Yeah,
fiery competition, but
also has to do with like them just being blokes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Girls, I could never imagine just being like
girls being dead serious, like
like genuinely. I think I would run away and cry.
like girls in the tackling just like hope she's like blokes are like you better stand around, mate.
My first year footy was like I was like 11, and it was a really rough game, and I got like every girl I tackled, like I don't know why, but after I'd picked them up and like I'd apologize, like I'm so sorry, and then like, it's fine, and then this girl pulled my hair. Yeah, I know, and I ran off after like halftime, and I was crying, and I didn't want to play ever again. Dad was like, "You have to."
That's actually a question that I just thought of now. How like the physicality in women's footy and men's footy, like the odd occasion, like in a tackle, like in boys footy, like you get the punch in the stomach, but I was gonna say it's so weird. Like,
go for it.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Could you like answer for me?
Can you go?
No, can you please have a
like what? Do we get punched in the stomach?
No, like do you guys like get physically hurt like different ways than we do? Like we would never punch each other in the nuts, but do chicks like hit each other in the tits? Like,
No. You just don't go there. But that's the thing. Like girls don't. I've only played one footy game like in my whole life where there was an actual punch on. Like a chick in my team jumper punched a girl, and then the other one like slung her to the ground, and that was like, this doesn't happen.
Really?
Like, girls, stop.
Really?
But, yeah, it was. But like punches to the stomach and stuff, I don't know. It's sort of just unspoken. You don't do that.
Yeah.
But like I've been wounded. Oh my God. I've been winded a few times, and that sucks. But it's never really. Another thing I know is like guys tag all the time.
Oh, do you guys like not?
We do, but it's like rare.
Really? Like you have the idea like our team is going to tag us up for one player?
No, it's usually one player gets tagged.
No, but like I mean like in terms of like the team's mentality, is it like like we're confident that like as a team?
Yeah, it's more they promote that more. Like it's rare that you'll find a coach being like, all right, number 7, break her leg. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it does happen, like, and it's bad because that's not what they're trying to. Especially because like I don't know about the difference with me for like YJFL and Oakley is like the umpiring is atrocious at YJFL.
Oh yeah, it's worse.
Like I don't know how it is for boys, but for girls, like we were playing Colts and we had 14-year-old umpires. Like that was the game I broke my ankle.
Yeah, it's kind of like disrespect.
It's not even that. It's just like it's downright dangerous.
Yeah, it's a bit of a piss take. Like putting
because especially
kids
because so many girls in YJFL like don't have the rep footy experience, so they don't know how to like properly protect themselves.
And
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like the norms of like when you play a game.
So it's like playing well in YJFL also means like just like rolling your body around.
Yeah.
And then that's when shit happens and people get hurt.
Yeah, like some of the time, like it's like the same in like
boys,
yeah. Like in Colts especially, you have that like random bloke from Doncaster who's just had a bad weekend, whereas Misso broke up with him. He's like, no, to fucking kill someone today. And he just has the game of his life. But in reality, all he's done is just jump a punch a few blokes and got the entire team scared of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the skill level from like of the best player in YJFL is completely different to like the skill level of like an average player in like Oakley or like any rep team.
Yeah. Ben, that's because of the coaching.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Especially because of the coaching.
And what they coach. Like the first hour, like half an hour of Oakley training is fundamentals. Like putting your body over the ball correctly, ground balls, like safe tackling.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Back to year 12. Do you know what you're doing after year 12? Do you have any idea?
No.
Do you know like what type of field you want to get into though?
Yeah, so that's been so because like all my subjects that I'm doing this year are like I'm doing like the 5 that we've done since primary school, like a science, a maths, English and art, and a language.
Oh, wow. What language are you doing?
Italian.
Oh, well, that makes a lot of sense.
Nah. But yeah, so I had to keep my options really open because I don't know what I want to do. Oh. Like if I didn't do methods this year, I couldn't get into any science courses or any maths or business. I couldn't even get into business. It's like you need a maths. So it's like I sort of had to do these subjects. Like I like them, but because I don't know what I want to do, that really like limited me. But I'm thinking of going broad, like
an art,
like a double of like arts and science. Or I've been sort of looking at engineering. Like that looked cool. Just talking to my dad about it.
It helps.
Yeah, yeah. He's just he's such a nerd. Yeah, he can't even compare to joking.
Oh,
what about you?
Yeah, like that's like smart, like what you were saying about spreading out your options, like with this subject. But because I've got like it's a very specific idea of what I want to do. It's like I want to go to Deakin, get a degree, or just do a year in either exercise science or like exercise physiology, something like that, and then transfer to physiotherapy.
Wow.
I know it's very, very specific.
That's what you want to do.
Yeah, because I've put most of my subjects, like I'm doing health and human development and PE, which is basically the same subject, and then like a general maths and BizMan, like in case like some sort of management course at uni. But because when I fractured my ankle, I was going to the physio so much. I love the idea that this bloke's helping me and watching me like physically progress and like get way better like so quickly.
And he doesn't have to deal with like the gory bits.
Yeah, as well.
The hospital stuff.
Yeah. And I want to like mainly get into like a field of like sport So like even if that's working at like a local footy club, like doing a year there, and at Old Trinity, so like OTG, footy, I was talking to the physio because I hurt my back again recently, and I was talking to him about like this entire thing, like how I want to go to uni and do physio and all that stuff. And he was like, "Yeah, mate, just like if you feel like it, like this year, just come down to a couple games and you can just like stand behind us and we'll teach you how to strap an ankle, like strap a shoulder, and like you can do whatever." Like,
and you did your work
all
at Keezer, didn't you?
yeah, right, like just down the road, yeah, where your mum goes. Yeah, I did work experience there for a week, which was with Connor, one of the Oakley physios, because I like tore a ligament in my groin, and because I was with him like 4 or 5 days a week, which was like Oakley training, and then like the once or twice a week I'd see him for my groin to like do rehab. Well, basically with each other like all the time. So we just got super close, and then I was like, shit, I don't know what I'm going to do for work experience. I don't want to stay at school, because it was like some school program if you couldn't get anything. And he was just like, mate, just come here for a week and just, if you sit in the corner and don't look like a weirdo, you'll be fine.
That would have been so.
Oh, it was so much fun. But the thing is with like Keezer, like you're working on so many elderly people. Yeah, a lot of back issues, a lot of foot issues.
But
massaging feet.
Physiotherapy, like you'd want an athlete, obviously.
Oh, yeah. But like, I'm happy to go through like the gory years of like having to massage old people.
What makes you want to do physiotherapy? Like, from sport? Is that?
Yeah, a lot from sport. Like how I was saying before, like the idea of like this bloke like watching me progress. I love that thought, and like being able to help athletes like get better than they were before they broke their ankle, like hurt their arm or their shoulder. Just like appeals a lot to me. So like doing that as a career path.
I think that's really like, I heard that's hard to get into. So high in demand.
Yeah, especially like going straight into it from high school. That's where it's in like the most demand. So that's why I thought like
98 requirement.
Yeah, you need like a 90. I think it was like 97 ATAR to get straight in. It's so, and you need like a math methods and a science. And I don't have Python.
But there's pathways. There's so many pathways.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
define you.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, and that's why I want to go through in like a different way.
Yeah, well, it's good that you got it figured.
Yeah. Well, also like with the last episode talking about going to a private school, I feel like oh my god, there's so many more opportunities, but I feel like I need to know what the hell I was going to do.
No, like if I was, tell me that.
Like if I was going but like that's the pressure that you don't have to worry about, because I was going from a public school where the fees are so low, going to a private school where the fees are bloody like 10x. Like
you feel a bit pressured.
Not pressured, but I feel like it was on myself to like not fuck around and know what I was doing. Like if I knew what I was doing, then I'd take it a bit more seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was one of my main things. Like I was a bit scared this year that like I'd have no motivation because I have no clue what I want to do. But then like I was speaking to my brother, who's changed uni course like 6 times. That exaggeration, but around about 6.
Yeah.
And like he still doesn't know what he wants to do. But it's like I don't want to limit myself in uni. Like I want to get a degree. I just don't know what in yet.
Yeah.
And like I don't want to waste, like another part of me is like I don't want to waste a whole year learning something to just change course the next year.
Yeah.
And then waste my time to like waste my traveling time, or because I really want to live overseas. So it's like, oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like where
me and Lana boarded. We really want to go to Portugal and like do uni over there for like 6 months or so. Because I have my Italian passport, so I can like live.
Oh my god, that's so clutch.
I know, I can live and work over there.
Yeah.
So like that would be insane, and if I can't afford it, I've got family. So like,
your family in Portugal.
I'd have to learn Spanish.
Oh yeah, that'd be tough.
I know a bit.
Spanish and Italian isn't like that far apart though, isn't it?
Some stuff.
Somewhat similar.
Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't learn it how I'm learning Italian now. I just do like Duolingo or something.
Yeah.
Education perfect. Not this like grammar bullshit. It's
Education.
usually
Perfect.
literally.
Yeah. Also, with learning languages as well, when I was away in Paris, we ran into like this group of like, I can't remember if it was English or Australian people, but they were like speaking fluent French to like
It's such a
coffee workers. Yeah. But they were saying like, honestly, like the way that you learn it at high school in a different country is literally just like learning as a robot.
No,
like
it
speaking
is.
like an AI.
Like my parents, my grandparents were born in Italy, and they raised my parents speaking Italian. Like my mum's first language is Italian.
Yeah.
And it's like, Mum, when I'm learning it now, I like go to her, is it this or this? And she's like, I actually don't know, because like she doesn't know the grammar part, but she can speak beautiful, fluent Italian.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, do I even need the grammar? Like, why didn't you raise me like this, Mum?
Just learn from Dan.
No, literally. But that's like, so like, would I rather know the ins and outs of Italian or rather just be able to speak it?
Yeah, honestly, like
just getting
living in Portugal and learning Spanish, you're better off living with a Spanish person and getting them to teach you.
Exactly.
Like,
and taking like maybe one Spanish.
like teaching you like the slang as well.
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
I think they speak Portuguese in
Portugal. I think it's Spanish.
We'll look it up later.
We'll fact check this after, and I'll put a little thing right here.
I think.
Nah, I'm pretty confident.
Are you sure?
I'm very confident. I'll put it up right here, right now.
Portuguese is a language.
I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is.
Get up.
Okay, well, I'm going to look like a dumbass. Or I'll be smart as... Since your dad's like is it a mechanical engineer? Chemical engineer.
Yeah. The highest of
Sorry, Joe.
Sorry, Joe.
Do you feel like has he pressured you like whatsoever to like get into engineering?
No.
He hasn't.
That's the one thing. He doesn't want us to follow in his steps. He just wants us to work hard. Like that's the one thing. He's really strong on university and degrees, and just like having a foundation to fall back on. Because like if you do get a degree, you have a lot more options. But like, of course, having no degree is also fine. Like that's not. But he just, I don't know. I'm only saying I might go down that path because I find it interesting.
Yeah.
And he told me like his first job after fully graduating was he worked at Cadbury, like the factory.
Yeah, he did tell the story.
Like, it's so, I don't know, because you think it's just science, but like science is food, and engineering is like building, you know. And he like a lot of his projects have been around like building. I think actually like.
Let's keep going. It sounds good. Keep going. It sounds good.
A lot of the things that he does, like has done, has been about like building, and like constructing things on like.
Trying to make.
I actually don't know.
No, I actually do know this. Yeah, he, like builds the stuff to
the thing that made the thing of the chocolate.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Or whatever he did, or he looked over it.
And also, what is it? His champagne or his beer?
Beer.
Is beer? Yeah.
Yeah, like he had all the knowledge of like how things react with other things. Nerd.
Yeah.
But like he knew to like start the beer and stuff. Like his work is so admirable to me. Like he's hard work and like he's naturally smart, but like his work ethic was what really like, you know, like if I want to do anything, it's to work as hard as he did.
Yeah.
And it's not money for me. Like, but I never feel pressured by him to do that, to follow in that. But I think he's happy that I'm sort of considering it. I'm sure he'll be over the moon if I go down that path. Yeah, like
one of them.
One engineer out of the parade.
Yeah, because when we were down Philippine, he's like convincing Jules to do it.
Jules is the least engineer person. Engineering you'll ever meet. And Olivia. Sorry, I'm just...
Who knows what Liv's doing?
Amazing siblings.
What is Liv doing for uni?
She's doing she's doing psychology at La Trobe, but she also do occupational therapy with kids, I think. She's a very help people person.
Oh, she likes to help people rather than help herself.
Oh, no, kidding. Nah, she just really loves, like she's a nanny, like that's her job.
Oh.
And she just loves caring for other people. Like, you know how there's like 3 subjects of like life, of like you help people, you like build things, and then there's another one. I think I'm just making this up.
Yeah, that sounds like a bit of what.
Yeah. No, but you know what I mean? Like, there's types of people. Like,
Oh,
I don't think
yeah.
I'm a help people person. Like, not in that sense, in like the work sense.
Like in your work, in the workforce.
Like, I don't think I'd want to be a doctor or a PT or like a nurse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
OT.
Yeah. And with work as well, like I haven't told my this, but that's probably like why I quit Woolies. But
Hate people.
yeah, no, not that I hate. I love talking to people, but it's just so like, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, I know.
when?
So much. Like 3 days ago. Yeah, I know. But no, I'm doing a barista course on Tuesday. I'm gonna try and work at a cafe because there's so many in this area.
Me.
There's so many.
Oh, Mr.
Yeah.
Miss?
Yeah, it's Mr. and Miss Beer Porter that is literally like at my front door.
Crazy.
There's like 15, like a 500-meter radius around here. Because like I'm a coffee addict.
Yeah.
I love coffee, and so just make it all day would just like I love doing it. And plus, you can just like chat to the customers as well. Like, oh, how's your day going? Because at Woolies, I was doing, so they call it Fresh Con, so it's like fresh convenience. It's like all the yogurts, meats, and all that. Grab a cart, pull it out, stack the shelves, and you're just doing that for it's like either a 4 or 10 hour shift. I'm like, but this is like the most depressing ever. I'm just doing the same.
Like,
It's the same thing every day. I'm just like, I look like a robot.
no, what about the like when you're at the register? Hi, how you going? Did you want a bag?
Oh,
Receipt? Yeah. Have a nice day.
it's so
For like
so
500
bad.
customers a day.
For the people in service, I pray for you because you have to say hi. How are you going? At least.
When I work at the fruit shop, it just becomes a habit, and everything just comes out without me even thinking about it.
Yeah, you're like, you're not even paying attention.
No.
Like you just see someone in front of you, just like, how are you going?
Yeah. And then there's the rare occasion where like a really sweet old lady's coming in to like get some food scraps for her rabbit, and I have to kind of searching through the bin.
Yeah. No, but working at Beer Porter would be good. Would be good because like you don't have to do the same thing every day, do you?
No.
Yeah, that's great. Even at Woolies, like I was doing 2 different like I don't know what they're called, like 2 different areas, like Fresh Con and Deli.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Deli's the worst.
The smell.
No offense to. It's not even the smell that gets you. It's like having to wear the bloody white netted thing on your bloody head.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You're such a drama queen.
No, but like it's those little things that really annoy me. Like I have to wear that the entire time. It's like making me sweat and itch the entire time.
But you can't because your hands are meat.
Yeah, and then I'm like picking up food. I'm like, oh, this is there's 150 grams. I'm like, oh, keep a little bit less.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit more. I'm like, mate, just
Take it.
take it. Just take it. I just can't be bothered.
Like,
Seriously.
I overcharged a woman for oranges at $4.99 a kilo, navel oranges. And I overcharged her $5.99 for the kilo, but she only had 2 oranges. So really, what difference does it make? You tell me. She comes back in 20 minutes later, and she was like you charged me $2 more, and I was like, I'm really sorry. Like I could only give you back cash because I didn't know how to give back on FPOS. Like
Yeah.
she was like, no, I want the FPOS, and I had to get my FPOS. I had to get my manager to help me because I was like dying.
Oh, that's the worst. When like you don't know what to do, and you're like,
That tight with an orange.
can you just like, come?
Yeah, I was like, oh, let me just get the
Look at the Biggest Loser.
literally.
Oh, all right. Well, I think that wraps us up for this episode. That was very good. I'm very proud with how you did.
Thank you.
You were very nervous at the start of this.
Yeah, it wasn't that one. No, I wouldn't admit. Did I do better than
we'll find that out. We'll leave that up to the comment section. Yeah, so that's the end of this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment, share on whatever. And we'll see you for the next episode.
Bye.